Hola, Senor Shepherd here. I'm going to try to give you some instruction on verbs and expressions with the infinitive. Um, I hope everybody's doing well out there. I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see what I'm looking at. So I will be switching between screens here to show you expressions with the infinitive. First of all, verbs. Only verbs can be conjugated, which means change to match the subject of the sentence. I, you, he, she, we, they, or you all. So conjugating means changing the verb to match the subject of the sentence. You can't conjugate nouns, not adjectives, not adverbs, no articles, none of that. You got to remember that. It's only verbs that can be conjugated. Change to match the subject of the sentence. What is an infinitive? An infinitive is an unchanged verb. Example, this is an infinitive. Comer, to eat. This is not an infinitive. Yo como, I eat. This is a conjugated verb. Tu comes, you eat. Él come, he eats. Ella come, she eats. Usted come, you speak. That is wrong. That should be you eat. Nosotros comemos, we eat. Ellos or ellas comen, they eat. And ustedes comen, you all eat. So once again, only verbs can be conjugated or changed to match the subject of the sentence. Not nouns, not adjectives, not adverbs, no articles. An infinitive is an unchanged verb. Comer is an infinitive. Yo como is not an infinitive. It is a conjugated verb. Here's another example. This is an infinitive. Hablar, to speak. This is not an infinitive. Yo hablo, I speak. Tu hablas, you speak. Él habla, he speaks. Ella habla, she speaks. Usted habla, you speak. Nosotros hablamos, we speak. Ellos hablan, they speak. And ustedes hablan, you all speak. So hablar is the infinitive. The rest of that in blue is the conjugated verb. Now, I wanted to get that out to you so you can be thinking about this. Next, we have expressions with the infinitive. First of all, what is an expression? An expression is a word or phrase used to convey an idea. That's what an expression is. We have three of these we're learning, expressions with the infinitive. We are going to use tener. Now, tener is a verb that we have used before. Yo tengo, I have. Tú tienes, you have. And so forth. You can see it right here in front of you. But there's such a thing as an expression that uses the verb tener. Remember, an expression is a word or phrase used to convey an idea. If we put K after tener, then it doesn't mean just to have, it means to have to, like you have to do something. Examples, él tiene que estudiar. He has to study. Estudiar is the infinitive or the unchanged verb. Él tiene que estudiar para sacar notas buenas. He has to study to get good grades. Ella tiene que practicar. She has to practice soccer. Here's the expression, tiene que. Practicar is the infinitive. Yo tengo que comer. I have to eat. Yo tengo que is the expression. Comer is the infinitive. Yo tengo que comer. The next expression we have is acabar de, to have just. and this is going to mean done something. So referring to you've just done something. So the verb is acabar. It's an AR verb. It has normal AR verb endings. Yo acabo, tú acabas, nosotros acabamos. With day, it makes an expression. For example, yo acabo de comer el almuerzo. Yo acabo de comer. I have just ate. Yo acabo de means I have just. And comer is the infinitive to eat, which means ate lunch. This is a way to express the past tense. I have just ate lunch. Tú acabas de jugar un partido. You just played a game. Tú acabas de jugar is the expression with the infinitive. Acabas de plus jugar, the infinitive. You just played a game. Okay, the last expression that we're learning is ir a, to be going to. So like you're going to do something. So we've learned how to conjugate the verb ir in the past. And I know a lot of you guys have a hard time with that, but it's voy, vas, va, vamos, and van. Yo voy, I go. Tú vas, you go. Ellos van, they go. Ustedes van, you all go. How it changes is when we put the after it. That changes it to an expression. For example, yo voy is I go, but I put after it, and then I put the infinitive. It means I am going to eat French fries. I'm going to eat things I'm going to do. I'm going to eat French fries. Nosotros vamos a beber una gaseosa. We are going to drink. Beber is the infinitive. Up here was comer was the infinitive. We are going to drink a soda. Ellos van a aprender el español. They are going to learn Spanish. Aprender is the infinitive. If we put van a, that's the expression with the infinitive. Ellos van a aprender el español. They are going to learn Spanish. So we had three expressions with the infinitive. Tener que, to have to. So, yo tengo que estudiar, I have to study. We had ir a, to be going to. Ir a, to be going to. So, yo voy a comer. I'm going to eat. And then we had acabar de, which means to have just. So if I say yo acabo de hablar, that would mean I just spoke. So hopefully this is a good explanation for you of expressions with the infinitive. So I am going to stop sharing my screen now. I just stopped sharing my screen so that I could just say, you need to look this over. You need to understand that that conjugating is changing the verb according to the subject of the sentence. The infinitive is the unchanged verb, and there are three expressions that are very useful in Spanish that are used with the infinitive. Tener que, to have to. Acabar de, to have just. And ir a, to be going to. So, for that, I would say adios y hasta luego.